Well, hello and welcome to the show. Glad you've joined us again this week. We're going to talk about speed control. Going to give you 2 or 3 exercises to work on that. That's coming up right here on Discovering the Horseman Within.
That one true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance to take a ride on one true horse. Gonna take a ride on one true horse.
Discovering the Horseman Within with Ken McNabb, presented by Weaver Leather.
There's always been an undying loyalty between horse and horseman. It's a partnership built one day at a time through pure and honest dealing. Whether you ride for work, trail, or competition, Weaver Leather manufactures quality products built from only top-grade materials and always backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Because your tack is the only thing that comes between you and your horse. Ride the brand with Weaver Leather.
Don't miss your chance to ride with Ken McNabb. Ken brings his years of experience to both people and horses in clinics and events from coast to coast. Join Ken as he creates a unique environment where each horse is trained using gentle methods and the rider is coached to become their personal best. Call our office or visit kenmcnabb.com to reserve your space now. And be sure to join Ken on Facebook for updates, tips, and more. Discover the horseman within you with Ken McNabb.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at my upcoming ranch horse sale. Remember, it's the first Saturday in June. You can contact me, my office, 307-645-3149, or the Diamond McNabb Ranch Horse Sale Office at 307-298-5030.
2007 model Gilton right here, number 55. Hi there, down, come to the bottom there, down, come to the bottom there, give me 50.
We're looking forward to it and looking forward to having you there. Speed control is one of my favorite conversations because each of us at different points in our life, we have our favorite speed. We really need to exercise our horses at all speeds so that they have a level of training there. What is training? Training is muscle memory. So when something goes wrong, we know how to respond. So those of you who say, well, I don't want to lope because Ken, all I ever do is walk on the trail and I don't want my horse to go any faster than that. But what if something makes him lope? What if something scares him and he starts to lope? You need to have the training so he knows how to respond to that, how to come back from that. Likewise, I have young people who say, I just go fast everywhere I go. You need to actually teach your horse to walk so that your horse learns to have some control at a lower speed and keep his brain together. One of the things that I like to do with my horses is I like to control my walk. I started this a few years ago, where I started asking my horses to walk pretty much one step at a time. And I think teaching that to my horses taught me how to ride slow, and it taught my horses how to relax and follow that cue and how to stand still and be quiet. So we're gonna start there. A lot of times people think speed control shows are all about slowing down, and they are, but they're also about speeding up. They're about having control over our horse's gaits anywhere and everywhere. So the speed control of the walk is exactly the same as it is at a lope. So when I ask my horse to walk, I want to ask with no more emphasis than what I hope to achieve. So when I ask Ruby to step off here, I want to ask mildly, and if she moves off too fast, I'll just pick her up and back her up a little bit and say, no, don't get in a hurry. We're relaxing here. This is quiet. This is easy. Now, let's walk off one step at a time. And I want her to walk so slow that it would take me forever to get to town. And again, if she starts to go too fast, we just pick her up and back her up. A lot of times, people think about holding their horse and restraining their horse and holding them in a particular gait. Here's where I go with that. This horse is highly intelligent, way stronger than I am, way more athletic than I am, and I physically cannot hold her. So I need to teach her to hold herself, right? I need to teach her the basics of restraint. Don't just fly off the handle and take off. So I'm gonna pick up on this horse and I'm gonna ask her very gently, no faster than I wanna go, to walk. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Oh, don't get in a hurry. Back yourself up. We're not in a big hurry. And every time I back her up, anticipation is coming into play. And she is thinking, gosh, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to walk forward. I'm gonna back up. So she starts taking these steps much slower. That's what we're gonna do all the way through. Whoa, right there, she just kind of bolted. Holy smokes, like a runaway. You're like, Ken, come on, just take 2 steps, right? Obviously, I wanna slow this down. Oh, don't get in a hurry. Don't ask with any more than you want. Break your seat down and make it as quiet as possible. 1, no, I wanted 1 step. Let's move 1 front foot, good. Now the other one, good. Now the other one, good, good. Slow as we can go, right there. Just a little bit of walk. Now, let's hurry it up. Let's add the energy in and release that horse because she is going, oh my word, I'm not sure what's coming next. So we release that horse and let her walk out and tell her, hey, that's really good. You're doing good. In fact, now I want you to walk. Like, I mean, let's go someplace. I'm tired of not going someplace. Let's get there. And when we finally get there, I'm gonna say, whoa, let's slow down. 1 step, no. I don't wanna hang on her. 1 step. Oh, fix it. What this is doing at a walk is making her listen to my seat. This is making her really pay attention. Right there when I shifted my legs, she backed up on her own. She knew what was coming. She knew she went forward too fast. There we go. There we go. A little bit of a step. A little bit of a step. Just barely moving. Oh, don't take off on me. Whoa now, right? I guarantee you, if you teach your horse to control their walk, teaching it to control its lope is going to be so much easier. Now, some of you are going, oh my goodness, I don't have the patience for this. Well, wait a minute, this is real time. You're seeing exactly how much time I've worked on this. So, you're talking about 7 minutes? You're not talking about spending the next 10 hours here. You're talking about 10 minutes. No. And it's going to show as we move up in speed. Just relax that seat. Move her forward. Relax that seat. Move her forward. Relax that seat. No, no. Don't fly off the handle. Move forward. There we go. There we go. And there. Now walk. Walk forward. Now you can change this over time until that horse will walk 100 yards or 200 yards that way, or as long as you teach it to. Okay? Now we're going to do the exact same thing in the trot. We're going to pick up the trot. So we trot along here. I want to extend the trot. This mare has a really nice little trot, right? She just barely jogs, kind of not going anywhere. She's anticipating the correction and the stop. So she's got this tiny little jog here. Old Ruby isn't in a hurry to go anywhere. I want to stretch the trot out in this case. I want to move it forward Speed control is not always going slow. Sometimes it's teaching them to travel faster. Pick that trot up, and when she does pick it up, then I'm going to let her bring it back down where she's comfortable. She wants to slow down a little bit, I'll let her slow down, let her have that relax, pick her back up. Elevate that trot, right? So we're into this maybe a total of 8 minutes that we've been working on speed control, right? We've worked on the walk for 6 or 7 minutes, the trot for a couple of minutes. This is a great way to warm your horse up, relax my seat, and bring that trot back down. She learned in that few minutes in the walk how to come back down, right? She's expecting me to back up. Now let's take her forward. We take her forward, drive that trot up there. Soften that nose, right? Reach up there. Recognize, realize, release. If she's soft, let her go. Ride her up here. Soften that nose. Relax my seat. Bring that gate right back down and see how far down we can bring it. How slow, without pulling on her nose, can we make this horse go? Oh, we'll pick up on her and say, no, you went too fast. So we've got about 10 minutes into this just go slow lesson, right? I think that's pretty relevant that you spend a little bit of time doing that before you ever go to the lope. You would not get in your car, get it up to 60 miles an hour, and then discover it didn't have any brakes. You wouldn't want to do that, right? You wouldn't want to say, well, gosh, I was going to work on the brakes while we were going down the highway. We're going to go to the lope next, but I wanted to make sure we have some control before we ever speed up. I'm looking forward to seeing you at my upcoming ranch horse sale. Remember, it's the first Saturday in June. You can contact me, my office, 307-645-3149, or the Diamond McNabb Ranch Horse Sale office at 307-298-5030.
2007 model Gilton right here, number 55. Hi there, down from the bottom there, down from the bottom there. Give me 50.
We're looking forward to it and looking forward to having you there.
Don't miss your chance to ride with Ken McNabb. Ken brings his years of experience to both people and horses in clinics and events from coast to coast. Join Ken as he creates a unique environment where each horse is trained using gentle methods and the rider is coached to become their personal best. Call our office or visit kenmcnabb.com to reserve your space now. And be sure to join Ken on Facebook for updates, tips, and more. Discover the horseman within you with Ken McNabb.
As we go into the lope here, what I want to do is give you a couple of exercises that you're going to need to work on a lot longer at home than I'm going to work on them in here this morning. I always like to set my horse up to win. I like to set up to take the correct lead. If I'm going to work on the canter, I might as well work on the correct lead. And I know a lot of my riders tell me, Ken, I'm not even sure which lead is the correct lead or what a lead is. So I'll hit on that for just a second. The lead is always the inside hind leg that's propelling us the direction we're going. If you watch a racehorse, you always see him stretching out on that left front leg, and you see the front leg, that's the lead, but that's the evidence of the lead, but the existence of the lead starts in the hind leg. So I like to set my horse up. I'll elevate my inside shoulder here, push my horse with my right leg a little bit, and then just kind of ask her to lope off. And if she lopes off out here, I want her to just be nice and soft, pick up on her nose, soften that, and I'm going to speed her up. She's got a nice slow gait here, so I'm just going to ask her to speed up a bit. Move her out faster. One of the reasons our horses don't lope well, we don't practice it enough. So I want to speed her up. She needs to know to go faster and to go slower. So we're going to go back to our stop exercise, and I'm just going to relax my seat. And if she does it in 2 seconds, I'll pick her up and back her up. Now she got it quickly. She missed the slow down cue, but by the time I was reaching for the reins, she was all the way down to a stop. And a couple of you are going, well, Ken, I don't want to just stop. I just wanted to slow down. I know. What I want to do is build anticipation. I'm going to change direction slightly, and I'm going to lope off across the pen. Set her up again. and I'm gonna speed her up. She has a nice little slow lope. What I wanna do is work on coming back from a faster gear. I'm not trying to teach her a slower one. I wanna speed her up and come back from a faster gear. Right here, she's moving out pretty good, and I'll relax my seat and let her come down and just walk through it. Relax in that seat, and again, if she doesn't come back to me right away, then I'm gonna pick up on the bridle reins. Now this time she didn't stop, and I didn't pick up on the bridle reins. She came back to me, nice and quiet. What I do on one side, I have to do on the other. So I'm gonna change directions with her, pick her up. Anticipation is something that people write articles about and make TV shows about, and everybody acts like it's a terrible thing. In my opinion, anticipation is actually one of your best friends. When this horse learns to anticipate your actions, they're actually thinking about you. This horse has actually got you in their mind. They're focused on you. Pick her up, speed her up. Tell her, come on, Ruby. Let's move out there a little bit. Let's speed up. And she comes around here, right as I come to you again, relax my seat. And she missed it. She bounced on her front end when I picked up her face. Things got really ugly there. I'm not gonna get mad at her. I just fix it and go the other direction. What did I tell you? What we do on one side, we have to do on the other. She's great going to the left. Coming to the right, she actually moves forward more freely on her right lead, but she's not relaxing and coming back to me. So another thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna hurry to slow down. I'm gonna let her lope along, right? Because the truth is, never in the history of the world has a horse run fast enough for the wind to blow the rider out of the saddle. It's never happened. So I'm gonna pick her up here and keep her going. I'm always looking ahead of me. Ride with your eyes. Eyes up, seat down. As I ride in here, relax. And boy, she said, okay, a couple of circles this direction, Ken, and I'm ready to slow down. So I'll just let her walk up here. I love Ruby. She's very expressive. She shakes her head and lets you know she's a little bit disgusted with it. Let's let her walk through here. I let her stand still to know she got the right idea. Now if she just walks out of it, give her a good release. We'll pick her up and lope off again. Now right there, when I pick her up, she starts that hammer and trot. You know what? I asked her to lope off. Speed control is control going both directions. I'm gonna pick up on her again and lope her off. I want her to ride the speed I've asked. So I just set her up, push her hindquarters into the right with my left leg, and use both legs to squeeze gently and lope her off. Speed her up. Ride her up there a little bit. And as we come around here, she's kind of riding this circle pretty good. And relax. Now she's really wanting to come down on her front end, so I really wanted to walk her through that. I wanted to walk her, not let her stop. When she's stopping, when I relax my seat, she's wanting to hit her front end, and that's in anticipation of having her face pulled on. Wait for me. Speed control means I'm in control of the speed. So she started to anticipate. I told you I love anticipation. I do, it means the horse is thinking about me, but I still have to control it. Now, elevate that shoulder, push that hindquarters over a little bit, and lope off. There we go, right? I want to smooth out that slow down transition. Speed up. This mare wants to get heavy on that front end. She's really good about keeping on the circle and keeping her nose down soft, but she's just a little bit sour, and she wants to hit on that front end. You see right there, she thinks about kicking that hind end up in the air. She's done that to me half a dozen times now. Just keep pushing her forward through it, And I'm not gonna ask her to slow down until I feel her attitude change, till I feel some of that sourness go away. What's in it for my horse? Well, what's in it for my horse is the release from me. But I have to visualize and think about what they're doing and where they're at. So as I lope her, I want her to come around here, and when I feel her starting to change, I'm speeding her up, speeding her up. Now all of a sudden, she's listening, but she's not being crabby. Now, relax my seat. She's still hammering that front end a little bit, so I'll walk her forward, but the attitude was completely gone. Let's turn her, go the other way. Set her up and lope. Eyes up. Bring her around here. Push forward. It's a pretty simple exercise. Speed up if they want to go slow. Stop and back up and change directions if they want to go fast. And there. She actually slowed down this direction without hammering on her front end. It's a simple exercise. Spend a lot of time on it, and it'll make a huge difference in your horse.
There's always been an undying loyalty between horse and horseman. It's a partnership built one day at a time through pure and honest dealing. Whether you ride for work, trail, or competition, Weaver Leather manufactures quality products built from only top-grade materials and always backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Because your tack is the only thing that comes between you and your horse. Ride the brand with Weaver Leather.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at my upcoming ranch horse sale. Remember, it's the first Saturday in June. You can contact me, my office, 307-645-3149, or the Diamond McNabb Ranch Horse Sale Office at 307-298-5030.
There down 2007 Model Gilton right here, number 55. Hi there, down there, down there, down there, give me 50.
We're looking forward to it and looking forward to having you there.
Don't miss your chance to ride with Ken McNabb. Ken brings his years of experience to both people and horses in clinics and events from coast to coast. Join Ken as he creates a unique environment where each horse is trained using gentle methods and the rider is coached to become their personal best. Call our office or visit kenmcnabb.com to reserve your space now. And be sure to join Ken on Facebook for updates, tips, and more. Discover the horseman within you with Ken McNabb. Discovering the Horseman Within with Ken McNabb has been brought to you by Weaver Leather.
You know, restraint is probably the character trait that I think fits me the most, that I have to work on the most in my life, I guess is the way to say that. Restraint is really another way of saying self-control. It's you putting a lid on yourself. And what happens when we don't put a lid on ourselves is we create sort of an edginess or for lack of a better phrase, a head shyness of people and horses and dogs and animals around us. And you can see it today in this mare. She kept waiting to be corrected. When she's loping, she's firing that hind end up in the air a few times, and she knows she's gonna get corrected. She's jamming her front end into the ground. Sometimes the easy way to look at restraint is to say it's actually letting go. It's actually you just saying, I'm not gonna let this bother me. I'm okay without this in my life. And I'm gonna control myself and not worry about what's happening next to me. And that was a hard lesson for me. When I was a young person, I tended to be pretty on the muscle about a lot of things. And finally one day, you know, I had a lady tell me, why don't you take the aggression or the anger and the frustration and actually channel that into creating something that's good with your horse or good with the people around you. And that made a huge difference in my life. I suddenly realized I could control myself, and as soon as I did, everything around me started to smooth out. Now, none of these things are one-word recipes for absolute happiness. No, they all go together to make a person have character and to give you the character that it takes to be successful in horse training, successful in business, successful and happy in life. And that's really what our goal is. I've been on the air for 10 years, and this year we decided we're going to do something that actually reaches out and makes a change to people. And so we hope that as we go through these character traits and talk about them and apply them to our horses, that it's something you're enjoying with your horses and it's something that's working for you. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this show as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. I love doing this, and I thank you for the opportunity to be in your living room every week. And until next time, may God bless the trails you ride.
One true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance take a ride on one true horse. Gonna take a ride on one true